Hey everybody, welcome back to Supercard. So quarterfinals are done. So actually, I need to check if I've given everyone an energy. I have no clue if I am going to make it out of this out of the semifinals. It could really go either way. Uh, I'm against the person I actually wanted to avoid the most in this King of the Ring. Okay, everyone is at full energy. It's the person I was trying to avoid the most. I'll just bring it up here. Yeah. The person, I think they only lost once throughout the entire qualifying thing, but the qualifying doesn't really mean anything. It's whatever. And after realizing this is the person I have to go against, I figured, that's not actually that bad because the other two humans have Survivor Diva Pros. This person doesn't, so you never know what could happen. We could get lucky and win that. I think the rest of the matches are coin flips. Really, yeah, one of the tag teams not going to be able to win. I think the other one's actually a coin flip, and then all the solos are coin flips. So hopefully, picks the cards in our favor, and then we can just go from there. So it's team event. So Team Elite, we're on to the legendary card right now. I actually, I didn't even wake up until after the event had started. I was telling you, if you watched yesterday's video, I was telling you about, the crazy hours I've been working since Wednesday, not really getting much sleep. I'm going to tell you, I caught up on all of my sleep today. I almost caught up on too much. I slept for about a good 13 hours today just to catch up on all of that sleep. I could have done it yesterday when I got home. I got home about 5:30 in the morning from work, but I had to be somewhere at 1 in the afternoon. And it takes me about 45 minutes to drive to that place, so I think I slept till about 11:45 just to, eat, wash up, stuff like that before I gotta go. And so yeah, I haven't really had much sleep. I only just realized we changed our picture to Daniel Bryan, who I'm going to talk about as well. It was earlier today, we had it as a $1 Million Man. I didn't even notice until I don't know, maybe a couple hours ago. So Raw finished a little over an hour ago. And yeah, Daniel Bryan is retired. He's not going to wrestle anymore. I honestly thought that it wasn't going to be true at first because the way they were doing it, they kept showing greatest moments from Daniel Bryan's career, stuff like that, and tweets from other people, showing support and all that. I think they were trying to make it seem like it was too obvious he was going to retire, but then he actually did, and that was it was a fantastic retirement speech that he gave. It's one of the best ones out there. I don't think anyone is ever going to beat that retirement speech. But yeah, that was all good. I enjoyed it. Raw was actually quite good. I did like it. It's been a long time since I've watched Raw all the way through. Just because I don't know, it's a lot of it ends up being predictable. But it was the same as when Edge was retiring, and they just kind of threw it out there on Raw, saying, "Oh, the rumors have been going around that Edge is going to retire today or tonight." I said, there's no way he's actually, going to retire. They don't, I saw him last week on Raw and SmackDown. The guy looks good. And I honestly thought they had just made it up that, that there had been talks of retirement. So, boy, did I look stupid when he did actually retire. But, with Daniel, he does need to take care of himself. He did say, we've known for a while that his doctors have been telling him hey, go ahead and wrestle. You'll be okay. But, WWE's doctor had decided that that wasn't good enough. He wasn't going to allow it, which at the end of the day, Daniel could have had 1,000 doctors say he can wrestle. WWE's doctor says no. The answer is no. He talked about like he's had several concussions over his career. 16-year career with a good 10 of those, on the independent, which, they wrestle stiff, or they go a lot harder. They do bigger spots just to kind of generate interest. Where the WWE really doesn't have to do any big spots because they're the WWE. People are going to watch them anyways. An indie promotion kind of needs certain big spots or high spots to get people to watch it. So if he's been doing that for 10 years, his body is going to be a mess. But, he's got to think about his future, not his next potentially, 5-10 years of wrestling. If he did come back, he's got to think about his, life after wrestling, which is what I think a lot of the guys don't really, think about, because, they think it's never going to end. But for a lot, like, there is life after wrestling, unless you're Hulk Hogan, or can't really say his name, so Mr. America. Wrestling is the only thing that he knows. That's why he can't do anything else. I think he tried reality TV because, he loves being on TV. That was the only way, he could get that fix of being on TV. And that kind of ruined it. And, you don't want these concussions to get out of hand to the point where, you're just a mess of yourself. Like, look at the Dynamite Kid. He's crippled and in a wheelchair and hates the world. God knows how many concussions he's suffered. Quite frankly, I don't think people who know him even care. Because, he's kind of a dick from, from everything I've read. I've never personally met the guy, I never want to, just because the amount of stuff, like, it's not just one person who said, hey, this guy's an asshole. It's everybody says, hey, this guy's an asshole. I wouldn't want to meet him. So I guess Brie's going to be taking off time soon. Brie and Daniel are going to be trying for, a baby, start a family. That's the thing as well. Now that he's not wrestling, he's going to be able to spend time with his family. If you watch that Ric Flair podcast with, not Ric Flair, Stone Cold podcast with Ric Flair. Ric Flair said he would see his family when he was, when he was just constantly on the road. He'd see his family maybe 7 or 10 days out of the entire year. Out of 365 days, you see your family 10 times. It's insane. That's what it's like. But, Bryan's not gonna have to worry about that unless he's gonna do, the occasional, guest spot. Like I'm sure Stephanie and Triple H get to spend a lot of time with their kids because they're not, they're not doing house shows or anything like that. Or, the ones that they do are things like Madison Square Garden, which, I don't even think Vince misses the, the Madison Square Garden shows. But, I'm happy for him. Like, I'm not happy for us. I'm not happy that he has to retire because, he's a fantastic wrestler. But I'm happy for him that, he's like Edge. He got out before it was too late. Edge was supposed to wrestle in a TLC match right before, he had to retire because of his neck. As far as we know, Edge could have died in that match if all it took was, or become permanently paralyzed. All it took was, one wrong move or one wrong landing. Man, that is lagging hard. It wouldn't have taken much for Edge to be just crippled instantly just because of his neck. Oh man, we're only on the 3rd round and this is like going down really slow right now. I'm actually going to pause this just for a second and just see if I can fix this, and we will be right back. Okay. I think it's moving a little bit smoother. no clue if it actually is. I had to do that thing where I change in the task manager where does it want to send memory to, and I think that's what was screwing up the face cam. But it's, you know, if you made it through this far into the video, thank you. You're probably now gonna have to see, you know, everything not match up to my mouth. And I guess some of my teammates are sleeping. We were using, you know, survivor cards we needed to be trained up just to kind of speed it up, you know, for Team Road to Glory, until if you're a survivor team, you know, maybe at the start of the epic card, start of the legendary card is when you start putting in your normal deck back in, just in case. You never know, you could hit all of your survivor cards and then just lose. But it's a great way to train up your cards fast. Like, I put in my John Cena just so my team could use it and, you know, get the last of its play levels. I think after like 20 minutes of it being in there, or maybe half an hour, like, it was full, like completely full. It was insane. It's like, okay, well, made the pro, put that in there, and now that the pro John Cena is almost fully leveled now, like play levels. So, you know, it's good to finally have a top tier survivor card. I leveled up my Seth Rollins just because of my King of the Ring, and I'm annoyed that I had to do that. But there was no way I was going to win the tag team match if I didn't level him up. Well, maybe I could. Maybe the other guy's done the same thing as me, but, you know, I don't know that. So I leveled up the Seth Rollins. Like, there wasn't even a way I could move the cards around where it would work for me, that I could keep my Seth Rollins at a low level. So I just figured, you know what, screw it, we'll level him up. I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is top tier, and I'll save this. I don't need to level up that Cena until next Road to Glory, really. So, you know, I've got a week and a half before I, you know, really have to use it. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Please take care.